Hi there, today I'm going to be processing a Rosette nebula for a member of the Star Tools for Beginners and Users Facebook group. The camera used, I think, was a ZWO 183 one-shot colour, so I'm going to open the file with was bad. Now the file is quite small, 7 megabytes for some reason, I'm not quite sure why. So I'm not going to bin this time around. Normally I would bin 50% on a 200 megabyte file. So I'm going to go to develop and just bring it up manually to see what we've got. Here's the Rosette nebula. So I need to crop out to centralize the rosette. I'm going to make quite a large crop down here. So the edge of the nebula is about here and right on the edge of the screen. So I'm going to make a large crop like so. I know we've got some serious amp glow over here, which is going to make it a challenge. So now I'm going to wipe using the gradient, which is the preset. I'm going to turn on the auto dev there and press do. That's a good wipe. Good wipe. There's our amp glow that we've got to deal with. But that's pretty good, so we're going to keep that. Now we need to develop the image. You can use auto dev or develop. I'm going to go develop today. I use about 50-50. Just manually raising up the digital development until I get it about where I like it. The dark anomaly filter should darken up the background a little bit. It's a good place to start from. We can come back to develop if we need to. So what I'm going to do first before I deal with this is I'm going to do a deconvolution and the colour. So on deconvolution I'm going to press automatic mask and let it do its thing. Hopefully we should find some nice detail from deconvolution. Yeah, it's done quite a good job bringing out this dark dust and sharpening up these bits of detail nicely too, so we'll keep that. I'm going to go to colour and fill the mask and play around a bit here. I usually use artistic detail aware. And we've got to get a nice colour balance, so it's a matter of playing around with the settings. The dark saturation will saturate the darker areas a bit more, also saturate the light areas with it. Zoom in and see what we've got around the stars. This is where you can see it's a small file, very pixelated. And noise reduction will sort out some of this. green and blue glow. I'm quite happy with that for now, so I'm going to keep that. So I've got 190 on the saturation, dark saturations up to 370, and I've reduced the green by 145. Now I'm going to try and sort this out here. So I'm going to create a mask, clear, so we've got a clear mask, and see what happens when we pick some similar colour and click on the area. That's done quite good, I think. There's a couple of lines from the amp glow running right through. So what I'm going to do is select lasso and then carefully lasso. It hasn't got to be exact, but the nearer the better. And there's another faint stripe in there. So it hasn't got to be exact, because we can use the mask fuzz. What I'm just trying to do is reduce that band across the middle there. So we're going to keep that mask and go to filter, one of my favourite modules. On the filter mode we can select reject. The filter width will, if you have it low, it'll be more aggressive. If you have it higher, it'll be less aggressive, and a mask fuzz will obviously spread out the rejection. So I'm going to put the mask fuzz on to 10 and just click on the area of the glow, the colour of the glow, and that will reject that colour a bit. So these bands here have reduced. So I'm going to click on it once more. It's too much, so I'm going to undo that and bring that up a bit. Too much, so I'll undo that again. I think the bands are probably okay for now, so I'm going to go back to the mask. Flood fill lighter pixels will do. Click on them two to get rid of them. Now here I'm going to shrink it once. No, I need it as it was, so I'm going to undo the shrink and click on the area again. Once more, and again. I'll keep that for the minute and come back to that. So I'll go to a mask and fill it. and go to HDR and see what it does. First parameter, the auto parameter, will be reveal all, which sometimes makes an image look noisier. Let's turn the strength down a bit. Yeah, I'm not particularly happy with that, so I'm going to try optimize. That's better. I think maybe too much. I'm going to yeah, we're getting more of this dark dust show through, and this is standing out a bit here, so we'll keep that. Now I'm going to run it through contrast and see if that helps us with our amp glow before I attack that again. It's done quite a nice job with the nebula, but a little bit, maybe a little bit too much, so the aggressiveness I'm going to turn down, say 40%. That's a bit better, keep that. So now I'm going to come back to mask, clear, and pick the similar colour again, and click on our amp glow again. That's too much, I'll undo that last one. Invert, see what I've got. That's pretty much where we're working on, so keep that as quite a lucky mask. And back to our filter and reject. Now I'm going to see what happens if I turn the mask fuzz up full and click on the area again, and again, and again. Right, yeah, try once more. I think that last one was too much, so I'm going to undo the last one and keep that. Clear the mask. Now I'm going to go to life and try keep it as it is and just press do and see what that does. Hopefully that'll bring out some more detail and white, more of the nebula. A little bit too much. With this one, the strength, if you raise the strength up, that will lessen the effects, and the glow threshold, if I raise that, that will choose less nebula, so it might just brighten up a certain band of the colour. That's better. I'm going to keep that. Now I'm going to run it through. I'm going to do a noise reduction, stop tracking, and do final noise reduction. Now I'm going to raise this up to about 15, to smooth it out a little bit. when we get into here, we if we've got a noisy image, we'll raise the smoothness up to around about 80, but this is really quite clean, so I don't think we need to do that. I'm going to raise it up to about 78 because there's still a little bit of noise in there, a little bit of grain. That's good. So I shall keep that. Now I want to create a star mask. So I press Auto and the filter sensitivity bring up to around 20 and do. That's quite a good mask. It's missed a couple of stars, so I shall pick flood fill light pixel and click on the edge of the stars that it's missed until they're captured. Have a quick check around. We're doing sharpening next, so we don't want to sharpen the stars, so we want to mask them. I'm going to grow it once and then invert it, keep. So we go to sharp, and what we're going to do is sharpen just the nebula. Keep it on large first and press next. Usually 100% is a little bit too much. It is a bit too much, so I'm going to reduce that to about 50%. That's better. It's subtle. Keep. Now we go to sharp again, choose medium and next. Again, I'm going to drop that down to 50%. Good. Keep. And finally small. I'll leave small on 100% because it does a good job at just sharpening the final bits up. Okay, keep that. And that's pretty much done. We can still do a bit more on this here because it's still a slight pinkiness in there, so oops, that's the wrong one. I want similar colour. Undo. Try a similar brightness. Probably do the same. That's better. There's a little bit in there. I wonder if we can reduce that. Keep and just try the filter. If you spend a lot of time doing a really good mask, obviously you can improve the job that this does. But actually that has almost got rid of it completely. Excuse me. So there we go. Some good detail in here in the dark dusts and around these clouds and in the center here. Actually, what I will do quickly is mask, clear, auto, do, shrink it once, keep, magic, just going to reduce the stars a little bit. Nice, just a small just size on the stars. It's done a good job. I can make them smaller by going to the Titan, but it's a bit too much sometimes, so I'm going to keep it on shrink. And that's done a fairly good job, so we'll keep that, and that's pretty much it. I hope this has helped you in some way. If you're having any trouble still, you know where to find me.